Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Urza Masters Magic. We're about ready to take over this node here, and yeah, you still have a go-to order. So we'll actually wait until we can do it manually. Next on our queue is we're gonna go after this ruin with an Earth Elemental in it. We're gonna bypass the Sky Drake and go right for the Storm Giant. And Death Knights are going to be really nasty, so we're going to try to avoid those. Zombies are really easy. We don't even know what's in there, which is kind of hard to believe. Demon Lord. Oh, only Hellhounds down there. That's going to be a pretty big priority. Gargoyles are going to be easy because we can... Wow, so many... Two of these nodes here we haven't explored, so we're going to certainly try to do something about that. And in fact, I kind of want to capture this town, this hamlet here, just so I can cast Summoning Circle there and use it as a rallying point. Although that might not be a bad, kind of iffy. You know, it'd certainly give me a reason to bump him out of this node also. And if there's somebody I'm going to antagonize, the guy who keeps poisoning my lands is probably a pretty good candidate. Actually, while I'm here, I should check on the other wizards. At 12 gold and no magic. 142 gold, 4 magic. 304 and 76. Yeah, none of these guys actually have a lot of magic points. Certainly not compared to the thousands upon thousands that I have. More city growth. And Dover has joined the Wizards Guild Club. My imp approves. I've not built any oracles anywhere, although they do reduce unrest by a lot. Although for my money, cathedrals are probably better because they produce 4 mana. And you're going to meld. And you're all gonna wait. 219, yeah, what's gonna be a little... I'm not worried about the Earth Elemental. Certainly before the Storm we go after the Storm Giants, we're gonna want a we're gonna want some magical fortification, if you will. Right, okay, so this Earth Elemental has only 4 armor, which seems extremely low based on what you might expect, but the real advantage is that they have 30 hit points, which is kind of a lot. But we can certainly quite easily deal with that. And sure, he probably can shave a crap ton of it off right from the start. Oh wow, she can probably almost single-handedly kill this guy just by kiting it. And Jer can cast a spell of some kind. A Phantom Beast, perhaps? Yeah, why not? Okay, let's scooch forward so we can shoot without a range penalty. Wow, didn't even have to engage in a melee at all. And we find absolutely nothing. Oh, what a waste! Boo! Wah, 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 wah. Jesus, what Well, I didn't know the game would zonk you. What the hell is this? It's Master of Magic. Let's make a deal edition. Okay, well, maybe behind curtain number 2 in this nature node, we'll actually find something good. But in the meantime, we're gonna. Oh, we have to wait till next turn, and we're 2 turns away for the champion. Okay, so I guess we can research immolation. The need for peace is great. I propose that we sign a wizard's pact so we can concentrate on our forces. Sure, I'll accept. More friends is always good. Of course, it helps that I'm hoodwinking all of these wizards continually with my aura of grandeur. And you are not producing anything at all. Or actually, I should say, there's nothing building-wise you can get here at all, except for an oracle. Costs 4 gold per turn. But it does give me a pretty good sight radius. Maybe eventually. That's sort of a later game thing. We can churn out more paladins. I wonder how many turns it would take. Just 3, because we're producing... Wow. How many? 30, 60... 88 production. That's pretty good. So if... Wow, we can turn that into 44 gold per turn. If we decide to just start building trade goods. Yeah, because it's half your production. But no, I think we're gonna... Well, paladins are 4 gold apiece. I mean, why am I frittering about 4 gold apiece when I'm making hundreds a turn and I have thousands in the bank? We'll just start churning those off. Because we're going to need a crap ton of them when we cast Spell of Mastery, so that the imaginary armies that my opponents don't have won't sack my wizard tower. I'm probably overestimating things. Anyway, what did we just build here? Something good. Sure, a wizard's guild. More spell research seems like a good thing to have. And you have a stable so that you can build the Animist's guild. Now, why do you have... Raven, why do you have this giant group of sprites sitting on my Chaos node? I am not altogether thrilled with that. Yeah, what's the deal here? I thought we had pathfinding. Does it like not work here somehow? I don't understand it. So far, I've not been I've not been able to. Well, I guess since I'm thinking about it, I'm gonna peruse the wiki. There might be some fine print I'm not aware of. Walking units and or stacks containing at least 1 walking unit. Doesn't change the movement allowance. Flying unit with pathfinding only benefits if it groups with a non-flying unit. Group pathfinding of only flying units. Doesn't say anything about it, which is kind of confusing. Okay. I could just accelerate things and kill his settler. But I will not do that. I worry that he's going to, like, zap them with a spell of some sort. And a Wizard's Guild, so you're going to get Parthenon, probably. Now that I'm speaking of that, oh, who did I just summon? Warax the Chaos Warrior. Sounds good to me. Blade Master gives you better chances to hit. Constitution adds +1 per level to your defense. Might adds +1 per level to your hand. Wow. All really useful. Agility, +1 to hit per... Oh, adds to the defense. Oh, so all your stats are getting buffed, and you have armor piercing, and you have arcane power. So it's just straight up all of your stats per level, and a 10 MP caster. And you can equip all sorts of items. Yes, I'll accept. Oh, I already got one. I'm already producing settlers. Okay, well we'll not spend the billions of dollars to buy one immediately. We need to think about where we're going to put this one. I probably should have bought it a while ago. I'm not sure why I didn't see it on my perusal of the city list. Probably over here because of all these resources. So that looks like the place to go. Take a while to get there. Perhaps a spell would be helpful. I have pathfinding, don't I? Yeah, for 50 MP. Let's get on it. And we'll have you hike over to the... Now, I know I have non-flying units here, like this one. So why is the whole stack not getting to move for half cost? I don't understand that. This might be cause for some science. Oh, and I need to figure out my food situation. Who can spare? You probably can. You're not producing anything worthwhile. Okay, we're gonna pathfind our settler here. Whoops. Oh, because they're stacked together. And we'll actually have you just move over here and blow up his settler. While the rest of the army sacks his town. Oh, he's got some shamans in there as well. Okay. One, two, three. So that solves that problem. Okay, well, onto the paladins then. No, I don't want to raise the city. That defeats the entire point of capturing it. And now we'll get some summoning circle. And I'll no doubt get a nasty gram from who is this? Strass, or what's his name? Some magical wizard. Yeah, this guy. Yeah, he hates me now. Taron. Yeah, sure. Sure, he can hate on me all he wants. Alright, 2 more turns for Doombat. Your reckless hostilities can no longer be tolerated. Yeah, go suck on it. Blade Master +3, Agility +7. Those are all pretty sick. Yeah, onto a second row of armor. Speaking of which, I am going to want to give you some equipment. So while I'm thinking about it, what kind of really cool? The Axe of Chaotic Death. You already have armor piercing. At early levels, the plus to hit is probably more useful than the plus raw damage. So we'll give you Rain Dancer. You also need some armor. So we'll give you the Gideon's Plate. And we're going to want to summon another, or create a enchanted item, or create artifact. Either one is going to be this. Actually, hold on. 75 base for that. Oh, it's totally the same. Okay, yeah, we'll just go ahead and create an artifact. +10 spell skill. Or on a miscellaneous, I can bump it to 15. And I can give it pathfinding. Actually, hold on a second. So let's look at our... So what can you equip here? You can equip a stave. So let's make a stave. Whoops, wrong button. We want the spell list here. So a staff. +20 spell skill. That'll take a really long time to cast. But you can do it. Yeah, actually, honestly, I think my mana is better spent summoning more heroes. $620. So let's try to change this to 310. Okay. Although my casting skill is going up quickly. Actually, you know what? Let's try to get 184 would enable us to get a level immediately. And 311 would... Yeah, that's fine. I'm pretty sure that that's uneven already anyway. It's not like I was starting from 0. You're gonna move over here to the rest of my army. And what's in here? Fire Elementals and Hellhounds. You know, I'll actually wait for you to get over here so that you can participate and earn the XP along with everyone else. You know, you can just cool your heels in the in the capital. That's totally fine for now. Actually, that reminds me. How am I doing XP-wise over here? Still only a veteran, okay. Not quite ready to be chaos channeled. Although I should note I'm burning through mana at a pretty rapid clip. Violent Quake struck Bamberg, killing no people, destroying no buildings, but a unit. No, I don't want those spells. Go away. I don't know if I have a city named Bamberg, but I have so many cities at this point that I don't... It's entirely possible that I have one and don't remember it at all. Oh, that's the city I already have. And oh my gosh! The earthquake killed one of my paladins? What? Unbelievable! Ah! Well, the one that was not chaos channeled, so, yeah, that's rather lame. Okay. Okay, so we've researched Doombat, and now I guess we're researching Spell of Mastery. It's going to take quite some time to do it, however. So we'll set this over to 95 is fine. So it's going to take us 91 turns to research Spell of Mastery. I'm not wasting any time not building cities. Tombstone. I love those Dark Elf city names. Okay. Oh, wow. You move really quickly. Why is that? It costs 10 gold a turn. I mean, you're pretty amazing, so... But how do you move so fast? Oh, that's right, because I gave you the fancy item. Right, okay. Actually, I need to start casting. He's not have that. It doesn't have that whole green glowy thing going on. I'm gonna want to give him some buffs. Oh, he does have resist elements, which is the important one. Apparently, my whole stack can walk on water at this point. Oh! I know why I'm not getting a bonus, because it thinks my entire stack is flying. I'm not sure why it thinks that, because this unit clearly can't. I don't pretend to understand how things work in this game sometimes. But I have flying paladins now. And flying death knights. I don't understand how you can fly either. I'm going to go ahead and save the game just in case something horrible is about to happen from a game glitch standpoint. How are we doing on summoning a champion? 4 more turns for that. I know somebody's building... Where's that town that's building settlers? Yeah, you should hurry up with that. Oh, wow, I haven't even explored the southernmost portion of this area yet. 15, 19, 20. I guess over there is the best place to go. Oh, he's got some shamans over there. Sure, okay. How are we doing on research? 90 turns. Even though we're generating 511 RP per turn. So, Animist Guild, I guess we're going to want a Mechanician's Guild next. He's built a sawmill. How about a Sage's Guild? Parthenon. Because you have a rebel, and I don't like rebels. Rebels are poopy. And who do we have here? Shaman. Do you have any magic points? No. Okay, so you're not going to be able to do any whiz-bangery spell casting. Well, gee whiz, that was pretty good. When you have heroes that can just zap bad guys with lightning, you're pretty good. Oh wow, I have 10,000 gold pieces. So much they had to start using a smaller font size for it to fit inside the window. Okay, well I'm glad the programmers thought of this. I am vaguely worried about hitting the about having so much money that I overflow the gold piece variable. If they're using a nominal integer, it might cap out at like 32,000 some odd gold pieces. So I might need to keep that in mind. This game certainly wouldn't have a bug like that, would it? I mean, it would be an unsigned integer, so would it be 65,500 something? So we're not close to that amount yet. It might be worth thinking about. Okay, we summon another champion, Mystic X, the Unknown. So you have leadership. Well, that's pretty cool. Arms Master Asterisk. Adds 2 experience to all units stacked with a hero at the end of each turn per level of experience. And it's 50%. So you're double Arms Master at +3. And you're a spellcaster. Yeah, we're going to accept you. Indubitably. And you're all going to burn this town down. Although you have quite a few units over there. How long is it going to take for me to cast my favorite town burning spell? Where is it? Firestorm. 2 turns. But why do that when I can go in there and, like, have all the XP for myself? Although I might want to cast things like regeneration. So that heroes don't, like, die. Am I worried? Yeah, he does have a crap. Shaman, swordsman, shaman, shaman. I am kind of worried about all those things, like killing my heroes. How seriously, though, am I worried about it? And is it really worth it? No, I'm going to say that it is not. Unless I want to cast Firestorm. But no, we'll start spamming regeneration on our heroes. I think that's the safer bet here. You can just cool your heals there for the time being. Yeah, you keep yelling at me about that, and I still don't care. Oh, my goodness gracious God. What do we have down here? It would seem we have a basilisk threatening my town. Well, not on my watch. And because I'm casting regeneration, I can't word of recall some heroes over here to defend. Although we do have our good friend Bashan over here. He might be able to help. Send him over the golden brick road. Do we have any items for him? Well, if we're going to give him items, you can take that golden brick road over to my castle so I can give them to you for free and not have to teleport them to you. You can take the Axe of Chaotic Death. Sure. Okay, so now everyone's going to start massively raking in XP. Thanks to Mystic X's Arms Master +3 bonus. This is going to be really cool. We'll come down here. There we go. And just because we can, we'll send our priests down there as well. Okay. You've certainly got a good force mustered to deal with that. And we'll go ahead and found Jet. Not nearly as fun as a town name as some of the other ones. Certainly not as good as Tombstone. We've built a cathedral in this very town that's about to get attacked by this basilisk, possibly. An oracle would give us more early warning against future attacks, but since they seem so few and far between, I'm not terribly worried about that. I think at this point we just want trade goods. Okay, so since he doesn't seem to be willing to actually attack the town, I guess we'll go attack him ourselves. Stoning Gaze -1. Well, my paladins are immune to that because they are immune to all kinds of magic. And Bashan is actually immune to it too because of his 12 points of resistance. So he has 10 armor points. There you go. You did a point of damage to the basilisk. You're not completely useless. No, that wasn't quite as successful. And we're going to wait until we get the final unit here. Because we're planning on word of recalling one of my paladin units here. Whoever's the most experienced. 68, 65, 71. This guy. Even though he is a bit damaged, I'm okay with that. Our healer ability here certainly helped. Well, they could have been casting that in combat. Poop. Okay, anyway, Bashan. Oh, you'll have to wait for next turn to do that. That's fine. We'll cool our jets for another round. And we're running out of mana, but we have a crap ton of money. So let's throw 5,000 or so gold pieces into magic points. $84 turns for Spell of Mastery. Now, how many turns is it going to take to actually cast this thing? So it's 5,000 casting cost. That's the printed, listed cost. I don't have to actually pay that much. It's actually going to be like 3,800 or so because of my retorts. Like, for example, where's the summoning spells here? Magic Spirit. It normally costs 30, but I can do it for 23. Right, so off 300, I get 225. Where's something that costs 500? Is there such a thing? Right, so Disenchant Area costs 50 plus. It actually costs me 38. So Spell of Mastery is actually going to cost me 3,800. Which, with a skill of 100, is going to cost me 38 turns to actually cast it. Where are we going, by the way? Part of me thinks we can actually take on this Demon Lord. But more truthfully, I'm probably going after the Hellhounds. Oh, there's just Phantom Warriors and nobody's there. Jesus Christ. You are growing far too powerful. If you continue to expand, I shall have to break our wizard pact. Oh, good luck with that. Who am I going to put regeneration on? Let's go for Warax. Although, really, we should put regeneration on all of our heroes. It's 10 mana per turn and upkeep. That's pretty steep. In terms of money, it's 20 gold a turn. So if I do it on all my heroes, of which I'm going to have 4, that's 40 mana, 80 gold a turn just in maintaining regeneration. Probably worth it, though. Probably worth it. I do want to cast Word of Recall, as previously discussed. Not on you, Bashan, on this Paladin unit. I'm not sure why you were displaced. There we go. Now, if I want to cast Regeneration, it occurs to me there's something I want to cast, and I can't remember what it is. Chaos Channels, we're not ready for that yet. I was So pumped about this Gorgon spell, I never actually cast it. 600 is pretty steep, though. I mean, when you have fabulous heroes and paladins like I do, you kind of don't need it. And it takes too long to cast, so you can't use it as like an emergency response team. I mean, if I wanted to... I mean, my whole army is the emergency response team. I can just cast Word of Recall a bunch of times. Oh, Magic Spirit! That's what I wanted to do. Yeah, we'll definitely start casting some of those as we begin to run out of food, so we need to eat, produce more of it. Actually, we're probably going to want to cast several Magic Spirits back to back to back. 3 ought to be good for now. Oh, that's right. I wanted to attack this Fire Elemental Hellhounds thing. Let's get straight to the killing. Well, these Hellhounds are going to try to flank me. I'm not going to allow that to happen. And you have regenerating, so you can do whatever you bloody well please. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can just charge straight into combat. And zap that thing. Who is this? Mystic X. I mean, you're mostly here for your leadership. Does it not stack with Holy Bonus? Why do I only have 1 point of bonus here? One per 2 levels of the hero. Well, when you reach your next level, it'll be much more obvious what your... In the meantime, yeah, just cast a spell there. Yeah, that's fine. Do that. And Jer can actually cast something useful. Like Blur. Okay, Warax. Time to do your thing. Oh, I was expecting a melee attack. Okay. I mean, zapping it with lightning bolts is fine, too. Don't let my paladins have all the fun. Oh, come on. I want my hero to do some killing. Alright, you're out of magic points. Give it the melee. There we go. 150 gold and a chainmail, which I don't need. I'm tempted to just put it straight on the anvil. Although we have a hero here that's not wearing any armor, even though you can. This is problematic. Here, have this one. Now you have something. And because you don't have resist elements, you can have Black Asp to get that as well. And now you do have resist elements. is a very important skill to have. And you all can go back. Actually, Bashan, you can go over there. Everyone else can come back here. Yeah, these champions are like really, really good. He gets +1 to all his stats because he gained a level, and it improves all of his skills, which improve all of his stats again. Pretty sick. Trade goods. And you don't have a cathedral yet, so you can do that. We got our final magic spirit. Yeah, so this Warwick's at level 2. I mean, you have a bunch of equipment, so that, I mean, that's part of it. But my goodness, look at all of these stats. And you're regenerating, and you also cost me a fortune in money every turn. But I mean, when you have heroes, you got to use them, right? Let's get to casting more regeneration. And this is only Phantom Warriors, which makes me wonder why they haven't, like, conquered it. I mean, Phantom Warriors aren't all that. Not when you have heroes who can do this, or this, or this. I mean, you've all pretty thoroughly thinned the numbers. Oh, you've got one too. Okay, clearly Warax wins the competitive ranged attack game. So you can, yeah, just keep flinging these things, and they're gonna. I mean, they have no armor, so it's pretty easy to. I'm not even gonna bother moving them. It's just let the heroes do the heavy lifting. Wow, that one was kind of hilariously ineffective. Okay, fun time's over. Let's just call in the paladins. Gain to fame, and we find a sword. Sword of Kanai. Seems a bit like the Sword of Milana. They both have +1 attack, +1 defense. Okay, well. Oh, and you can't actually enter the hex this turn because it's full. Oh, that's kind of unfortunate. The Storm Giant will wait until we actually have regeneration on all of our heroes. And Bashan can eat some grapes in this town now, where you're hailed as a hero. Minus 20 mana and upkeep per turn. I mean, regeneration's expensive, so. How are we doing in terms of our skilling? 98 still running well. 80 turns for Spell of Mastery. Arms Master +6. That's quite a bonus. It means everyone in the stack is getting 6 free XP every single turn, just automatically. We'll go for a Forester's Guild. And a Cathedral. Let's see here. Demon Lord. Couldn't possibly be that bad. And I have a food problem, which we'll solve in our next episode. Thank you all so much for watching, and join me next time when we continue casting Regeneration and roll over some of these sites down here. I'll see you then. So long and good night.